Wow, yeah, those throws, I don't know if they're getting better and better or worse and worse. It's one extreme. They're moving in a direction, I just don't know which.
Up and down, eloquent as ever, Trace. But yeah, this should be an interesting second map. I think one of the more interesting points is in terms of this veto, right? We talked about it a little bit earlier on. That being, Overpass being Imperial's pick, never been a map they've really had too much success on, whereas INTZ picking Inferno, and that being a map that Imperial have had a lot of success on, INTZ not so much. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see this bounce back and go to a third. That being said, we need the individuals to step up, and while Shiz was, as mentioned on the desk, the other guys weren't really rallying behind him. So let's see as we head into this pistol round. Fast mid-play from INTZ to start things off. Heavy boiler presence as well, but it's already been shut down in mid from the Imperial guys. DZT and Shiz absolutely popping off. KNG is going to try and recover this round, but it's a 1-on-4. It's surely undoable.
Well, I mean, you say that. He's certainly got the ball rolling, Hugo. The question becomes, ZQ, KS and Tifa, do they have what it takes to stop this man before he picks up momentum? He's going to try and hit this B-bomb side. Tifa, well, he's already here, and that looks to cause some problems for KNG. Doesn't seem all too aware, but Tifa missed shot, and still a minute left. Plenty of time for KNG to work with. He's tagged up the first man. They try and double peek into him. Oh no! Uh-oh, KNG on to win this out in what was a 1 versus 4. ZQKS brought down to just 10 HP. And KNG will manage to get that bomb down. Now into the 1v1, and he's going to reposition over towards Ruins. Being very proactive in clearing this portion of the map, making sure that ZQKS can't come from this position. And as he's narrowed it down, he knows he's inside the site, but the shot lands, and ZQKS winning that round with just 10 HP to his name, couldn't afford to take a single bullet. Defuse is found, and that will be Imperial salvaging that pistol round.
I mean, so many unnecessary gunfights in that round, but unfortunately for KNG, he's not going to be able to finish it off. He gets a lot of damage, brings down very close, but yeah, Imperial salvaging what was really an effort made by Shiz with 3 kills in middle. The fact that it comes down to the 1v1 is incredible anyway, but either way, KNG going to be able to buy up an AK into this round after all that money. So single AK, everyone else on the pistols, by and large, an eco for INTZ, as we see Imperial with a chance to double down, take their second. Now, we did see that slight comeback on the second map, on the first map rather, in their CT side. So for them to start CT Inferno, that's definitely a good sign. Obviously, them getting the pick of the half because it was INTZ's map pick. Now, 1 gun being gifted, but only an MP9. KNG already tagged. He can give this weapon over to Destiny if he does eventually go down, who does also have armor. But past that, things are going to get very difficult here for this T side. Gives up with the pressure in the apartments, and it seems like these Ts want to go back towards the B site. 2-2 set up for Imperial, so A would probably be the better call, but they don't know that just yet.
Showtime. On the other side, there's a lot of armorless players on the other side here, but he gets picked up right away. And now, pressure's really on for ZQKS, was the hero. Or actually, no, it's Tifa rather, and they just mosey on into him, but still able to pick it up, still maintaining this man advantage. And now, we get to see ZQKS, as I was trying to hype up just moments ago. He was the hero in the round prior, and now he's really got to try and step up and be it once again. He does have Shiz to work with, and KNG maybe gets a bit overzealous, gives that peek up down at the banana. Smoke still up on it, Shiz, so a chance, but this 2-man stack. Are they going to read this? Once they found the first man, will they anticipate that the other player is there? They certainly don't. Yell emerges now, and uh-oh, time ticking down, and he's going to find it with the Deagle. INTZ stealing around straight back. They were keen to get that force buy in. Money is plentiful over on this T side with just 2 players investing into that round. And Imperial certainly not the start they wanted. They find the pistol by the skin of their teeth, and then they instantly lose it on their anti-eco.
Yeah, that was a really nice attempt there from Imperial on that B site. That's the issue. When they had Showtime up on the sandbags, Tifa was setting up a flashbang from coffins, waiting for Showtime's contact. But I don't know where the flashbang went. It blinded 0 of the 4 players up Banana for INTZ. So Showtime, he was really fed to the wolves there. And they were starving, so round taken now by the T's, puts it down to that 1-1 with a force buy in for Imperial, but it's really not a great one. The Eagles, lone UMP, and nice nades already do put Tifa down to 40 HP. He's got to boost his teammate up. Call for another rotate as well. ZQKS coming in from the CT spawn. Now, INTZ do have top B control. They don't necessarily have to commit straight off the bat, though. It does look like this wants to be their end goal, walking into the 3-man setup of Imperial. This is typically how force by wars continue. But we'll see if Imperial can find success with so many rifles on the opposing team's side. There's the spot. QKS almost walking to his death. The Molotov is there. Yell. Got to be surviving as the smoke puts it out here. And INTZ, they're just going to double back.
Yeah, they spot a lot of resistance over at B. They know that maybe they've pulled a couple of rotations away from this A bomb site as well. Now, they haven't, but they made the right decision. There's only 2 players here. One of those is DZT with that UMP. He's up on the balcony right now, and it's a bit surprising for Destiny, but the trade found, and uh-oh, Shurs, 2 quick kills with the Deagle. Maybe something's possible here for Imperial, but they walk to their deaths as KNG looking to try and solidify this second round for INTZ. He has been in stellar form on this map, but Tifa beheads him. Doesn't even break a sweat, and now this leaves him in the 1v1 versus Yell. Can only take one, can't take 1 bullet rather from this Krieg. He's dead in 1 shot, so Yell able to swing wide and cement a second round for INTZ, and just like that, it will be Imperial having to take the eco here.
Yeah, fully broken after that force buy, so no money to play with. This is going to be quite a worrying start to the map, considering they want pistol round, right? Seemed like this could have all gone their way, but they're going to be down 3-1 before they even have the guns in their hands. On the map pick of INTZ as well, facing Elimination here in Group A, Harry. Definitely a troublesome time for the Imperial boys, but let's look to the future. For now, they're just rushing down middle, full pistols, so really nothing invested here. And as a result, they won't find too much either. KNG with 2, make that 3, and a full house for INTZ. 3-1 as we expected, but here's the buy for Imperial. Here's their chance to get back on the CT side with a round.
Yeah, all is not lost if you are Imperial. Their main focus has been on this buy. Important to note, no kit purchased up over on this CT side, and we have seen these bombs having the tendency to go down. This time around, they're believing that with the rifles, with the utility, with everything in play, they won't let this bomb reach a bomb site. Admire the confidence, but only time will tell if that's the case. Really trying to save every penny on this CT side, put it into utility. DZT boosted up, does spot that first man at the boiler, and there's ZQKS gracing the scoreboard. Destiny in with the refrag, looking for a little bit more. Ishaz now takes up the position. Oh, this fallen teammate, Destiny. My word, just deletes him. Blink of an eye, ZQKS left alone at A. Down in the pit, he's got a lot of work to do. He's already been able to pick up 1. How many more players can he find? He's on 3 right now as they feed the beast. This was looking like it should have been an INTZ round all day long, and now ZQKS has called all of that into question.
Yeah, it's turned on the head here. INTZ split up as well, 1 player per site. So Zan going to double back, try and join his teammate. Now, they have made the right call to commit towards A, considering it is just this solo man in the pit, but he's on for the ace already. 3 kills to his name. The wrap coming through round long. Now, this opens up the possibility of the B split with 30 seconds left. INTZ unlikely going to go for this. They might catch the push round arch, though, and Yell's found the frag. So this has only opened up the A site further now, as there's no pressure coming from the backline for now. The issue is this scope down this angle. ZQKS could line him up. He's going to find one, yell it with the instant trade, and that plant is definitely going to be down in time. 1v1 here. Tifa's already close by. Oh.
Tifa's got this. And Yell caught looking over towards Library. Doesn't have the read as to where Tifa is. So 4 kills from ZQKS to salvage that round. And now a second cemented for Imperial. I tell you what, I do like the Org meta. It feels like, you know, we've really seen some great clips from it. It has been the new rifle of choice. What do you think of the idea over on the CT side of running the A1S along with the Org? Because that's something that we've seen a couple of teams now do. I think Big are one of the first ones to try and adopt that idea.
What do you mean with the idea of running the A1S with the Org?
Well, because... oh, choking a little bit there, my word. Trying to get that explanation out. Yeah, I mean... Because, you know, I don't know, like... obviously, like, the Org is a slightly better A4 in a lot of ways. So you can take the silenced and then run it alongside, use them situationally, depending.
I don't... Yeah, A1S is just bad. Like, it's just worse than the A4 in more ways than not. Like, if you like it, that's great. You know, if you play better with it, play with it. But it is objectively worse, right, in terms of having the clip size and everything. Like, you get the silence benefit, but in Counter-Strike, the benefit of the A1S, the benefit of the silencer isn't enough to really justify the clip size, I don't think. I don't see really many reasons to run the A1S over the A4, but you know, it's like personal, right? It's whatever you want to play with. The same reason you would buy an Org over an M4, whatever you feel better with. So maybe the placebo effect of you playing with the A1S makes you play better. That's fine. Go for it. For now, though, fast B play from INTZ. 4 players here, 1 man holding onto that mid rotate. So very dependent on these Ts getting their entry kills. Ramp through the CT spawn, but no smokes here on this B site to stop it, apart from that one on Showtime, luckily still intact. Will go down, the flash is missed, and Tifa is actually going to blind them with a missed flash. He comes through the smoke with Showtime, and 3 kills, the bomb dropped. Only 1 man here. There may be challenges to cut off rotations, but it's too little, too late. 4 men on this B site for Imperial.
I mean, they've got the bomb. They could just sit on it like a mother hen with her eggs. They're not going to let INTZ pluck those away from them, and this will be a 3rd round for Imperial. Since getting these rifles in hand, they've looked very strong on this CT side. INTZ really yet to show off all too much. And you think about some of these rounds, right? They've been looking good. They found all the openers. They've been getting kills here and there. I mean, obviously, you know, with the exception of that round there. But Imperial have always had all these great individual efforts. To keep them in it. KNG back on the op, was able to hold it forward from the round prior. Volley down towards the bottom of mid, and that does prevent the early peak. Yell's already gone up and past it and rejoins up with Destiny here at the top of middle. They're going to try and make mid control a focus early on here. INTZ may be indicative of the A play. The flashes now rain in. ZQKS trapped in the corner, and that Molotov will flush him forward, but that doesn't matter because Shiz holds his own. KNG, and with the response, just him and Cello remaining. They are trying to deal with the man in the pit. And in through long, ZQKS arrives, shutting down the man out on the balcony. Just KNG left standing, and while he has looked good in this matchup, a 1v4 required from him here. Oh. Tifa's just playing with his food, keeping his attention fixated on this portion of the map. KNG able to reposition, reads into that as something's up. Here's the footsteps over towards short. It gets triple peaked, and there's just no winning that if you are KNG.
Yeah, not much you can do, especially with that flanking play as well. Tactical pause from INTZ. First one we've seen this map. They only needed one in the previous. was pretty dominant if you remember back to that strong first half from them. Eventually getting a bit close, but nothing to worry about at the end. This, however, now in the lead for Imperial, a bit of a different situation. We did wonder if with these map picks they could be trading and we could end up on that third. Very likely possibility, but a rifle round will not be on the cards here for INTZ. It's pistols coming up. Imperial, though, individually, definitely looking better than they did in the previous, right? We had just Shiz shining, and now he definitely is, but he's got the supporting cast alongside him. Tifa's doing well. ZQKS has had his rounds. I'm excited to see this AWP once again. ZQKS looks down middle, but it's a fast second mid play, so they've gotten up very close. He's had to back off up on long. DZT, aggression up on the balcony. He'll drop the bomb as well. It's going to be Shiz going down, but not the end of the world here for Imperial, who still retain a man advantage.
No clue how DZT wins that fight there. What a massive kill to find that. Gonna be heavy man advantage maintained, crucially Showtime and the gang. Already pushed through the bottom of Banana, leaving Yell and KNG in a horrible spot, because if they try and rotate back, if they try and hit this B bomb site in the belief that this is going to be the easier of the two, they will be sadly mistaken. That's the bomb dropped, and this round now is all but said and done. Imperial should be picking up a fifth. For Yell, really does just become about, can he find any damage to this CT side economy? Okay, there's one. Will he be ready for Showtime, who's currently in his little hidey hole? He's going to hear the footsteps of his old teammate Yell. It does feel weird seeing these two in the server against one another. You know, they're on the same team for like 2 whole years. And now seeing them go head to head, well, doesn't feel entirely right, but they're both taking it in their stride. Imperial sitting up 5-3.
And nice to see them have a little less fear as well, even in these kind of rounds. I know they are anti-ecos, but DZT, you know, getting aggressive, trying to show INTZ they're not fearful of them, despite being down a map, facing elimination. Keeping up the pressure, at least on the CT side, that is important on Inferno. Now 5-3, the buy round back in for INTZ. Double AWP, Showtime going to be donning that as well now. We don't have a T side or B this, so nades going over. Unfortunately, no one on top of the balcony, but that's a nice setup nonetheless for Imperial. Shows their depth on this map. Do you know they like to play a bit of Inferno from time to time? I might have to play back on this A site as well. ZQKS has already dropped KNG. INTZ, they've taken top B control. They have a lot of map control, but Imperial are fine with giving that away now, having the man advantage and having fallen back. Very, very passive with this AWP up on the library, released outside it. If INTZ are looking to execute back towards the B side, 2 smokes to play with, that's just going to be enough. What can Showtime and Tifa do on the defense?
That's a big question, and now we get to see the answer. Showtime almost spotting players through the gap in that smoke. Timing not quite there for him, but this gives Tifa the chance to get something done, but he falls off the boost. He's a bit heavy-footed, and that will be his demise as he hops on down. Zand able to drop the man holding close, but Showtime, he's just denied that bomb plant, lands the wallbang. I'm playing this round all too much, but it has bought time for rotations and kept this man advantage up in favor of Imperial. Just Destiny and Cello remain. Destiny needs to help his buddy out because Cello, despite being tagged down low, is good for 2, but it's just not happening. DZT and Shiz able to get the job done. Imperial will move on to a 6th as this CT side looks very, very convincing.
Yeah, far more so. They didn't seem too worried about giving up that bomb plant either in the 5-on-4, playing for the retake. It definitely helps them. Not only Showtime gets that kill to allow for more time for a rotate and also take back that man advantage once they lost the CT spawn push. But Imperial, they definitely need to make the decision there a little more so, right? This push out through the smoke from Tifa, if you're going to go for that, you would typically want some support from Coffins that still hadn't been covered by utility. So either go for it or don't. Don't half-ass it. Now KNG is on this AWP on the T side. No armor behind it. Very susceptible to nades. Still 2 orbs kept up for Imperial, who did start this bit of a streak on the CT side. The nades going over, hitting Destiny down to 58 now. They've got to be very aware of those nades coming over. It's not the first time we've seen that from Imperial. Now flash to B allows Tifa to peek. But he'll find nothing. INTZ do love these slow defaults, but now with the utility starting to cut off long, the idea of taking A short is a tantalizing one. Yell going to decide to push up alongside Destiny coming through the boiler. Once that Molotov fades, Imperial are forced back. You have this double balcony setup as well, and this is, while a bit cheesy, could really catch out these Ints guys if they hit the A side, but right now it's looking like a B split through the CT spawn with a bomb going up through Banana. Not much utility left up for this Imperial side, 2 smokes and a molly, but same story for both.
That flash is perfect. Tifa peeks on the back of it. ZQKS take a bow as he sets his teammate up perfectly. Now Destiny's done what he can to pull INTZ back into this, but there's ZQKS slamming down the gauntlet over towards Long. Zand in the 1v3, and it's just not happening. Imperial are 7th. And that there, ZQKS and Tifa doing a great job of playing off of one another over towards Long. Tifa, really, if anything, was unfortunate to only get away with 1 kill there. That flashbang lands perfect there. I think it was the timing of Destiny out from the apartments over at short. Just catching him off guard, but you saw the rest of the team able to follow through nicely. Another tactical timeout called in for INTZ. It is back to the drawing board. Issue is they don't really have much to go off of. It's not that they can really say that much has worked anywhere. One thing I think it is important mentioning is they have been able to get that bomb down over at B a hell of a lot. Maybe we just see them go back to another faster B play here in what will be a partial investment, looking for the buy in the next round. Obviously the one advantage to going 6 rounds down in a row is you do accrue quite the loss bonus. Does act like a bit of a helping hand, and it will indeed be that fast B play that we called for. They're already up past these Molotovs, and Imperial in with that nice nade, do a bit of chip damage onto Destiny. Now it falls to the 2 players in the bomb site to actually finish off these players that the utility tagged down.
Oh, Zan peeking though, and he was already spotted in that pit. Destiny's trying to come up from the back of ruins, but he's been spotted with the AWP, already posted on the angle. This bomb's still under the control of Imperial. It's KNG now left alone, but he's found one. Doesn't expect the second player at the back of the site. And the pistols find damage, but damage is not enough. That being said, still a good eco regardless. But this buy has to be something. They have to follow up that kind of round with a win, because otherwise Imperial are going to do exactly what INTZ did to them on the CT of Overpass, stomp them. As mentioned earlier, you know, we did see INTZ slightly struggle on the T side earlier on. Definitely looking like a better CT team so far. And so that might be in somewhat a reason as to why they picked this map, but you need a little bit more to get done on this first half. Can't be relying on a 12-3 comeback, and right now some aggression down Banana getting punished. KNG ready for it. A fast entry. We're seeing the pace very much kicked up for Ints, and this is what I love to see. I have questioned a lot of these slower default rounds, but now they're getting in the face of Imperial. It seems to be working out. 2 kills to their name. DZT caught in that smoke. Oh, ducking below the bullets. Really matrixing his way to success.
Ooh. Oh no, he's gonna wait, he's gonna take it. Oh, ZQKS has been so good over here at this A bomb site. The seasoned veteran of Imperial, showing that he can teach an old dog new tricks. 3 kills for him in this round, and now repositioning down into the pit. But INTZ switching things up, now trying to take control of CT. While this doesn't mean they're not going to run into the AWP as ZQKS down in the pit, their problems might be just beginning. They're walking into the more stacked site. You've got a man pushing down Banana. That's DZT. Maybe that could prove to be a bit of a blessing, though, for INTZ. Should's just hidden at this portion of the map. They know that the potential to wrap through CT was there. And now the petty should drop for Imperial. DZT, he's cleared all the way up to this A bomb site. Completely swapping sides. Bit of an identity crisis for him. Shuz, all he's got to do is deny this plant, and he might even go ahead and do more than that. 9th round secured as Shuz locks down that B bomb site.
Yeah, very aware for the wrap and nice position. Good off angle to hold down B while his teammate had so much control towards Banana. So this really is a stomp, Harry, in this second map. Not really, like, while we said, okay, this is a better map for Imperial than it is for, you know, INTZ in terms of at least history and playbook, but not this dominant is a scoreline that I expected. 9-3 up on the CT side for Imperial. If the INTZ want a chance to pull a comeback, they really do need more rounds on this T side, just a couple, to relieve some of that pressure, give them a buffer. And the nades landing over won't connect. Destiny is late to climb up into the apartments. If there's one AK up on Cello as well, but that's here. Seemingly like a fast A play here for the INTZ boys, and Imperial playing close on the balcony. We've got DZT getting flashed in, great flashbang, fully blinded. Oh, the entire team. Cello eventually trades, but it's not without its cost. 2 casualties before that kill comes through, and there's no push even yet because the Molotov is down in the apartments, cutting off that bomb retrieval.
And I'm going to be honest, you know, for you and me, I don't know about you, but I've actually really enjoyed watching this Imperial lineup. I think they play some very solid CS. You can see on the map that they feel a bit more comfortable on, like Inferno. We have these flashbangs. We have players playing off of one another. You think about some of the issues with some of the up-and-coming Brazilian teams that we've seen of days gone by, and that's maybe been, you know, their problems is they've, you know, maybe more fallen back on their very good mechanical skill, lacked some of that tactical depth, and that's what I'm liking about this Imperial lineup right now. On top of that, ZQKS, the man with all the experience, also the IGL of this team, he also shows that he can just go toe-to-toe with the best of them, even while making some fantastic mid-round calls. This round now, though, smoke falls at the CT, and Cello, through the smoke, does delete. Old mate Showtime. Uh-oh, bomb drop. Never mind, it's all over. Cello can't seem to catch a break. So close, yet so far, all at the same time.
Oh, he even gets a kill as well at the end of the round. One of the 3 guns that Imperial had surviving has been stripped away, but again, it doesn't really matter. It's 10-3, Harry. This is a dominant scoreline. They may not have a huge amount of money left in the bank, but it's really not going to make much a difference at all. Keeping up the dominance are Imperial in this second map of the series. It seems like INTZ are running out of fuel. They've got to fill back up, Harry. Show us what they're made of in these last couple of rounds. AWP for KNG. Zand, who was the key of the previous map for INTZ, is sitting on 3 kills right now. Polar opposite to the previous map. Well, he was bordering 30, so talk about a slow down. Not just him, though, the entire team behind him. Fast play up towards this B site, potentially. We've got Destiny setting up utility towards A, but we've already seen how many nades have been flying over on this balcony, so Destiny has to be very, very careful. Now, INTZ have been kept out of Banana by this utility usage, and they will begin to rotate right back after showing early presence. Actually setting up the flashbang to allow these guys to peek up on long early on. A heavy short setup, nice Molotov, catches out one, but it's ZQKS. He's always been so good on this hub so far this map. Again, getting that trade kill, pulling it back into a 4-on-4, and he's looking for a little bit more, but Yell does decapitate him.
Oh, aggression now. Banana might catch Zand off guard, and indeed it does. That there is the lurker dealt with, and in the blink of an eye, it's KNG left standing. He's going to try and take this peek in a mid. Showtime, will he be ready for it? Doesn't matter right now as that flash. What's KNG off the angle? The issue is he's put a lot of emphasis on winning out this fight, and he is able to do so. Had he not got that, time would have been the real problem, but Tifa already posted up on the angle, ready to get that trade over towards long. Imperial, an 11th round, since moving into a map that looks to be a more comfortable one for this squad. They've been damn near unstoppable.
Yeah, what a complete switch around. What a total flip of this map as we head into this second half. Very nearly, of course. One more round left up. And not the best of buys for INTZ either. They've got the AKs, but not much behind it. No utility. Couple of nade buys coming through for the team here, but at this point, there's nothing to suggest that INTZ can really get this fourth round on the T side. It's been a complete shutdown every corner they go. And the man you screen now, ZQKS, he's been one of the large reasons for that with this AWP. Yell has tried his best on this T side, but not been enough to bail out the Brazilians. Again, this triple short setup, flash through the smoke for INTZ as they look to take control of middle, but that's never really been the point of contention. That's never really been an issue for them. It's getting further than that because ZQKS is on the other side and he's locking down targets left and right.
Oh, they've hit the wall that is ZQKS once again. This time KG is able to punch a hole right through him, but not before he's plucked away too from the offensive INTZ squad. Destiny didn't actually spot Tifa work his way into that little corner there. Now Showtime over in CT as well. And you can see Imperial, they've hedged their bets. They've got all four players over here towards A. Not going to be an easy task for INTZ. But if there are any three players you'd want, this would be them with how they've been playing right now, especially KNG. He's up in the apartments. He's looking to try and find the opener. And as he goes pushing in, it's actually Destiny and KNG to get the job done. They lose KNG before that bomb goes down. Destiny's going to get followed up onto. Showtime in with a quick double, and now it's Cello hidden away down in the pit. There's no gun for him to retrieve, so a CZ at a dream. Bomb is planted for him. That smoke that rains into it misses its mark somewhat. Issue they're going to have. Tifa can clear this bomb site, spots all the close angles, calls it there's no one there. They're starting to narrow down the options, but Cello wins that initial fight. Now into the one-on-one. Showtime just tapping the bomb over the top, and Cello's going to take his head off. INTZ salvage a fourth round at the end of the first half. Will that be enough to give them the chance to get back into things in their CT side? Find out after the break. A bit of a rebrand here as they change their name to INTZZZ, falling asleep over in their T-side half. Can we see The Brazilian squad that currently sits 1-0 up in this series recover in the second, or will Imperial close out their map pick and take us through to Mirage, the decider? For those of you who are just joining us, let's not forget, the loser of this, they're going home. They're gone. And already, the frag's going to be going the way of Imperial down here amid. DZT in with a quick double, and that's trouble for INTZ. KNG off the angle. Tifa catches him crossing back, and Cello, that was your chance to find the equalizer, pick up the man in the apartments. Whiffing those shots is now giving Imperial a real shot in this round, especially with this rotation of Yell. This B bomb site's open, and Imperial, they're going to get it for free. If they go now, and they're not. They've slowed down. They do have the smoke on Showtime for the cross if they do decide to go for it, but now they've hesitated. This is where it's easy to get in your own head if you are Imperial.
They just threw the smoke down on B. That's forced a rotation of KNG, but that means there's only 2 players here on A, and they've just removed one of them. Yell's half tagged with no armor either, and DZT is on a tear. 4th kill of the round. This is the start that Imperial needed on the second half. They did not want to let INTZ get back into things on their map pick, on their CT side. And boy, if they shut that down.
KNG has been the only real bastion of hope for INTZ. Still, 1v4 is a very tall order indeed, especially with this flank from Shuz. Now, this could give him a way back into it. The issue is he can't find any of these fights. All the 2 players inside of the site had to do is not peek into him. And they've done exactly that. Shuz's flank will pay off. And Imperial finding the pistol around here should be fresh in your mind, though, Hugo. In the first half, they were able to find that pistol. Then they lost their anti-eco in the second. They're going to be given another shot here to try for the conversion. Ooh, and interestingly enough, INTZ, they've gone for the force buy over on the CT side. So is this going to be something that catches Imperial off guard?
I mean, surely not at this scoreline. It doesn't sound like a crazy surprise. You are getting absolutely beaten on your map pick, so you'd like to think Imperial will be somewhat aware of it, but lots of SMGs mean they are susceptible to losing to these CZs. So dangerous at close range. Oh, the nade though, Zan getting picked apart early on, opens up this B site for contention. There's only KNG here, fast AK play, and DZT's taking them down. That might just be the round. It is Inferno after all. These 3 CTs on the wrong side of the map. With that plant down, it's going to solidify 13 here for Imperial.
Yeah, now Destiny, Cello, and Yell, they're at least able to hold on to the armor, the pistols, the scout over on Yell. Maybe look to do something with it in the next. But that is the downside to this force buy. You do just have to take a round on the chin, and really, you know, unless something goes very, very wrong, these CZs are able to create opportunities where really they shouldn't. That should be a 14th round for Imperial, almost guaranteed, especially as they mop up these players. They go hunting. They don't want to let them get away with this force buy. Well, sorry, with saving these force bought weapons. And you understand why.
Yeah, nothing surviving.
Yeah, I was going to say, everybody dies. DZT. Bells are ringing out. Not Christmas time, but maybe for Imperial, they're just happy that they've been gifted this map, potentially.
Yeah, not to take it away from them at all. They looked very, very strong on that CT side. We had a lot of star performances from the likes of, you know, ZQKS, of course, DZT, Shiz. These players have really come in clutch. I mean, everyone's had their moments. The kill distribution is pretty damn close after all. And KNG, he's had a great game, but it's not going to be enough here. Lots of nades down banana in middle, but finding, wow, absolutely nothing. Showtime gets away almost scot-free. And with that, INTZ get no kills, so they just rotate back towards A, try and set up fully here. But even then, you're getting desperate to ask for anything with these USPs. Imperial just going for a slower default round as well, playing things very methodically, not wanting to throw away any chance of losing this map, and I respect that. DZT locking down the mid push, and these CTs are just running to their death. So 4 kills for DZT. He keeps up the strong second half.
And this is kind of, what we were touching on from Imperial. They play a much more regimented style. They play some actually, I think, very good CS. You see them setting each other up with flashbangs. They're being very methodical in how they approach this. It feels like it's a lot less based around individual players popping off. And, you know, then whenever it does, at least normally you can attribute it down towards teamwork. You think about the rounds that INTZ have got, well, they've had to be, you know, there was KNG in that 1v4 that got denied by ZQKS. He's had so many multi-kill rounds where he just had to step up on his own, create all the opportunities himself. Meanwhile, you know, on the polar opposite side of things, in a lot of these rounds, if we see someone step up and get 3 kills, normally it's on the back of, you know, ZQKS setting up a flashbang for his teammates, or, you know, the B players. I think that was Tifa and co playing off of one of each other very nicely. And yeah, I do think, considering how little they tend to play overpass, they even did a pretty good job there. So really looking to make a statement here on this map. Zan, back with his trusty AUG, he really does love this weapon. You know, we saw him fall completely quiet back on the T side of overpass and here on their T side of Inferno. Now that he's got the AUG back in hand, he's a happy camper, and that will be 3 kills for him in this round. ZQKS and Shuz left standing, but these two have been tried and tested in so many clutch situations for Imperial, and it always seems to come up at least being a close round. They're looking to make it more than that, though. Double AWP in this retake. No armor for KNG or Yell, so aim punch is going to play into this, but ZQKS has given up his position down here on Banana. There's no kit in play. ZQKS, good for one. He thinks he's got the bomb diffuser, but he has not. And Yell's going to get that defuse with seconds to spare. A 5th round for INTZ. Those double AWPs don't come back to punish them in the retake. It comes down to the wire, but it will be a 5th.
Yeah, it was very much a timing of that peek in CT when the one player sat on coffins, looked away at the wall to wait for a flashbang. Now, if he was holding that angle and gets that immediate kill, which he probably would have gotten, that round is probably won by Imperial. But he looks away for a potential flashbang, gets caught, shot in the side, and then, well, the AWPs are no longer a problem. That defuse is stuck and INTZ win a round. So not over till it's over, but still, you know, similarly to overpass, however, on the flip side of things, it is very much dominant right now. It's hard for you to expect a comeback. Not much to show for it so far. Still this double AWP here for INTZ. No armor on Yell. Smoke execute here for Imperial. Apartments actually is under the control of INTZ, who do find it. A couple of early kills, taking down both Tifa and ZQKS. Now this might force a rotation of the bomb, but really it doesn't really matter because it's a 5-on-3. No portion of this map is weak right now. INTZ just standard setup as they find 2 opening kills.
Throws that flash over, and you see he sets his players up in the apartments. Shuz and DZT trying to do work. They know where the last man is at this short position, but Cello plays them like a fiddle. INTZ 6-14. Clearly showing that they do have problems residing over on these T sides. But the CT side halves have looked very good from them. So maybe a chance to build back into this game. There's still a buy available for Imperial.
The big difference is for INTZ is they're starting this comeback when they are against 14 rather than 15. That was when we started seeing Imperial getting rounds, when INTZ had 15. And it's just so hard to bank on actually anything being won there, because there's no chance for you to get a reset if you lose one. There's no room for error at all. And not that there's a huge amount here for the CT side, but at least they do have somewhat of a buffer. Not to say that this comeback is at all realistic yet, but baby steps, Harry, one at a time. Deep banana control is taken here, though, and the aggression into the apartments succeeding for Tifa. Issue is no one here for INTZ. They're stacked up double on short with KNG cutting down long. Also doubling back between the apartments, so 2 positions to watch for him. And in the meantime, INTZ still hold the bottom of B, but with them running out of utility, they will give it up early, leaving just this 1 AWP here as Zan rotates safely to join his teammates. Now the execute comes through from Imperial, and they're bursting those apartments.
KNG keeping a watchful eye on the apartments. Destiny beats him to that first kill. Those smokes going to dissipate down in the pit. KNG now given free reign. He knows that these tenants up in the apartments, they're late on their rent payments, and he's looking to try and deal with them. As the bomb dropped just moments ago, Zan and KNG doing all the work in the world. 4 players have come rotating in for INTZ, and that will be a 7th round confirmed. KNG having a stellar game, and now that we've got Zand over on this CT side, he is looking more comfortable, and we do have someone who can maybe look to step up alongside KNG.
Yeah, it definitely makes all the difference. Zand nearly doubling his kills in this half alone, and we were only 4 or 5 rounds in. So definitely the comeback that we needed. However, it's a long way away, Harry. It's very hard to bank on. Luckily for now, it's a chance for INTZ to get some more money in their bank accounts because our Imperial don't have anything to play with. It's going to be another pistol round.
Well, a bit of a main... sorry, this is the main stream.
Yeah.
A bit of a B stream update for you. Now over there, we have Envy versus Team 1. We just saw Team 1 manage to pick up Trey. Now, that was their map pick. They secured the victory there, 16-8. Dust 2 is the next map. Obviously, that's the map pick of Envy. And it's Envious sitting 4-0 up right now in that matchup. That one's looking like it could go the distance as well. Overpass is the decider there. We'll endeavor to keep you updated. But now, focusing on the game at hand, Imperial finally at the woes of a weakened economy. KNG down through Banana, but this man not in search of potassium. He's looking for something a little bit more. I know, I was going to say fleshy, but that just feels weird. You don't hunt men. That's the quote. Forgot his name. It's Frank. There you go.
However, you can sell arms for 400k in New York.
Can?
Harry was doing some research.
Arm and a leg, actually, worth 1.2 million in insurance compensation.
Harry, no one is paying you $1 million to buy your limbs. I can assure you that, as much as you try and hassle me.
I felt like I couldn't even give you them for free. Here you go.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot of limbs in middle here as KNG peeks out wide.
How much
4
is
kills.
a skull worth? Because KNG's got 4 of them.
Most of them pretty crippled, though, pretty destroyed. Nice work from ZQKS. He throws the AWP out the map. He knows with 40 seconds left, they're going to be chasing him down.
Such a little gremlin.
Yeah, I know.
Really is just the... such a little... I mean, obviously, they wouldn't have been able to save the AWP anyway. There's no one nearby. But he didn't know that. And it's just little things like that, just to cripple the economy of INTZ that much more. For Imperial, they know that if they can get a few of these rounds close, you can erode that money gradually for this CT side, then eventually hope to get them to breaking point. The issue they're going to have is, I mean, KNG has just been on fire. He was the only guy showing up on the T side. I was questioning if that form would continue moving into their CT side half. Obviously, what this means is they have that potential to run the double AWP between KNG and Yell. That was interesting when this team was assembled. And it's been paying dividends for INTZ right now.
Nearing 30 kills, and INTZ have 8 rounds to their name. That just shows what individual efforts KNG is going to. It's actually the secondary AWP here in Yell that picks up the opening kill. Thief getting picked off on the A side of things as the pressure comes down to Banana. Bomb here as well. We may even have this boost up. In fact, that is the case. Zan in position. Cello going to have to throw the smoke as the push comes through the Molotov in front of it as they run right by. There's a man in that smoke, but both these CTs are unable to find the kill. One's blind and one's above. DZT gets behind enemy lines, but they haven't seen this guy on the top, so Zan is going to be able to get himself one as DZT smokes himself off in the ruins and comes right back out with a flashbang. 2 kills. He does get traded by the AWP of KNG, but it's a man down for Imperial, but a bomb plant nonetheless.
And they're hoping that's enough to make up for it. Shiz and ZQKS, it's always these two in the clutch. What do they have in store for us? That smoke falls and that will hold back any chance of them spotting players on the cross. Time, though, starts to become the real problem here for INTZ. They have to pick up the pace. They have to get on this bomb. Tapping on it, that was KNG. But time's gone. Time is well and truly gone. They're on the bomb. Might get picked up. Destiny's trying to stick it, but no, he gets discovered. Imperial 15-8. INTZ leaving that one a little bit late.
Yeah, it seemed like they had no idea that both players were ruins for some reason. I'm not sure I'm not sure why really, with the fact that these T's were spamming through smokes. INTZ, you know, not committed to getting the bomb at all, and just rather waiting for T's to peak when they have no need to.
I do wonder though. I mean, there were a few moments in that round where like maybe there was some communication issues with INTZ. Definitely. You think about DZT pushing through that smoke in CT. That was actually spotted by the man that was holding it and up on the boost. Obviously, as we saw transpire, the man there, I believe it was Zan, had no clue that there was anyone in CT. Now, they got very fortunate in the fact that DZT pushed into the ruins and smoked himself off. But then, as we saw, you know, he flashed himself back through, picked up both kills, and seemed like only one half of the B bomb site knew that he was there. DZT once more on the entry. He's opened up the B bomb site, and now it falls to INTZ in this retake once more. The issue is they couldn't get it done in a 3v2. Now a 4v4. The odds feeling stacked against them here.
And both orbs still in play as well. Unless they get players peeking into them, they might have a tough time. But Yell offers... Well, Showtime offers himself up, and Yell will take the kill. So a 4-on-3 now taken. Another advantage traded back by DZT with a big wide peak. He was low, but he still gets himself 2 kills before the trade is there. And ZQKS has cut off the flank down Banana. This is falling apart here for INTZ, and it feels like Mirage is ever so close. 16 rounds to the 8 of INTZ as we head over to that third map. Not being able to get it done on their map pick, we do have both teams trading. As I mentioned, Mirage being that third one on the series. This game is not done. Head over to, well, we'll head over to a break rather, and we'll be joining you back in just a few minutes for that third and final map of this series, seeing who will be eliminated.